This skill is just so ridiculously good. I guarantee that like in a couple of weeks, biggest streamer is going to find this, make a video on it, and like 14% of the play base is going to be playing it. Kinetic Fusillade. It is one of the most sleeper, underrated, under the radar skills I think I've ever seen on League Start. And it's mainly because just most people don't know how to build it. But over the last few days, people have come together, kind of like worked together to figure this out. Nemrod, I got to give him a shout out, came to stream, shared some stuff, which I'll share with you today. I know Neversink's been playing it. I saw his version. It looked really, really good. I actually want to make some more tweaks from his version and implement them in this version of the build, but it's just so good. It's so fun. It's so fast. It's so smooth. It even can have really good single target. And all the footage you're seeing here, this is not like Giga mirror tier gear. This is like self-crafted, suboptimal gear with like 2 5C uniques on it and like a taming, I guess. And then, okay, I guess I am also using a replica Hiri's Aya. So there's that. But I mean, even this currently is like, I don't know, I think I paid like 4 or 5 divines for it. Not a super expensive build, and it is just overperforming. So off stream today, I made a few tweaks to it, and it has gone to the moon. So, Kinetic Fusillade. The way this skill works is you perform an attack, and then that performs a hovering projectile behind your character, and then after a short delay, it releases that projectile. If you attack again before that delay, you will then put up another projectile up to a maximum of 12, and then after a duration of 0.7 seconds, they will all fire off. Any increases and reductions to projectiles will increase how many projectiles you summon per attack. So if you use something like Greater Volley, for every attack you will summon 1, that's the base, and then another 4, so 5. If you can get up to 6, that means 2 attacks, you would get up to 12 release. But that being said, there is new tech, and this is what Nemrod drew my attention to. So the way this skill normally plays, and this is with very high attack speed and good amount of projectiles, is like this. You build up, build up, build up, release, build up, build up, build up, release. The things that we can scale this with are reduced skill effect duration and less skill effect duration with things like time clasp and warped timepiece. This will make that delay before it fires shorter. So currently mine is sitting at 0.08 seconds. The other thing you can do is increasing the number of projectiles you get, but then there is a magic sweet spot on this skill where if the attack time is longer than the duration, then you start getting this Gatling gun feel where you are just holding it down and there's no delay before it fires off. So Nemrod, he came to stream yesterday and he was like, hey, the sweet spot is 0.05 seconds. So with my flask up, that's kind of what I have, where it's just shooting out. This balance can be a little bit tricky, especially once you start throwing in stuff like Onslaught and Frenzy charges, but it's not too hard. So you just need to make sure that you have a right balance of reduced skill effect duration and increased attack speed. So yeah, like I said, warp timepiece, and then this and less duration support. And now this is a tech that I also got from seeing Neversink's. So end of my stream, I was actually using Magebane. I had allocated this. Previously, I'd anointed Window of Opportunity because it's much cheaper. I thought if I can take Magebane, then I can get Window of Opportunity, and then I can get multi-shots as an anoint instead of anointing this. Previously, I had to drop multi-shot because my attack speed was too high. I actually had to like lower my attack speed to get that sweet spot of the duration and attack speed. But what I saw Neversing do, I really, really liked, which was he pushed his duration down even further by taking these small nodes and then anointing Hasty Demise and then taking this. And that's pushing down the duration further, allows you to increase your attack speed to get that little narrow window a little bit better. So faster attacks, more projectiles, just like more projectiles per second. This is probably one of the most expensive things. I spent 7 divines on this. The Hires was 5 divines linked with these rolls. Everything else is pretty much crappy self-crafted. This wand is terrible. It is super bad. Then we have these gloves, which again, I self-crafted with the tree. I'm literally not resistance capped at this point. Like, that's how unoptimized this is, because I decided to make a few changes. Previously, I was using Dawnbreaker, but I just like the strength requirements were a bit of a pain in the butt. So I decided to swap it into just like a shield like this. Boots, decent, but self-crafted. Belt, again, I like a chaos spam that or something. And then the helmet, again, self-crafted. Oh, one other thing to add is maybe that I'm using overcharged sinews for more maximum attack damage. This is a bit risky because you take increased damage, so this makes you squishier. And then wreathed in light. This is also for the lucky damage. I was using Zoff, the Zoff Grafts, which are more defensive, but these are just so nice that they're hard to ignore. As for my defenses, I was going Dawnbreaker with a Ruby Flask, and I'm using Shaper of Flames for just like a decent chunk of fizz mitigation, and I had way more life and energy shield, but I kind of forgoed that to just like push the damage a bit further. And at this point, I'm starting to think like, I have been thinking it, but now more than ever, I'm thinking, okay, the way to take this build is to go like CI block, because currently it's a bit of like a mismatch, haphazard, weird build where I've got like some block, and then I have like some spell suppression. My spell suppression is actually really high now, but I think CI is probably like the safer way. But I'll keep trying to go on this like ES life evasion hybrid version of the build. So the thing that excites me about this is, like I said, it's very unoptimal. There are so many improvements to make. I'm not even using the Herald tech, which could push the damage even further. The wand is terrible. There's just so many more scaling vectors that will push this thing to like crazy territory where I'm getting that kind of damage on Ubers. I will link this PoB in the description. I will also link like a slightly more budget day 3 PoB. And as for leveling this, Jung's wand leveling is 10 out of 10. Excellent leveling, so I'll link that as well. This is not really a build guide because I'm still tweaking and fiddling and testing, and like by the end of every single day, the build has progressed in a slightly different direction that improves it. This build is like 10 times better than yesterday's build, which was 10 times better than the day before's build. So I want to just like settle, let the build chill, and then like once everything is good, then actually release a build guide. But this is more for people who are like interested in this and want to check it out. I've also changed some links on this, putting in Sacred Wisps now instead of increased crits, which was big. Awaken Added Cold. I would really like this to be Awakened Wed, but High Raise is an evasion dex base, so getting 5 off colors is a bit of a stretch. Getting 4 was hard enough, 5 a bit rough. Maybe we can get like a 6 white socket at some point. Then we can play around. Like my implicits are not right. This is super scuffed. So PoB will be in the description, but just use it as a framework, not as like a hard guide that you have to follow. The guide will come at a later stage, but hopefully you enjoy. I'll be streaming this build, continuing to tweak it, test it. I hope you like it. Check the description for links to like the progression and all of that. Let me know what you think. And have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Catch you in the next video. And bye-bye.